Hello, hello, hello. It's RocksAlot. Welcome to Sunday. Happy Mother's Day, all you mothers out there. And all the that are not mothers yet. Happy Mother's Day. Without you guys, yeah, we wouldn't really be here. And I certainly wouldn't be the person that I am. So thank you to my mother. Yeah. Anyway, let's get on with the weekend here. We're almost done with the weekend. But we're going to work on a few different things here. I've got some different types of turquoise in here. A couple little pieces of, it's actually called Lapis lace from Turkey. Hi there, welcome in. Appreciate the thumbs up. If you wouldn't mind saying hi, just so I know my settings are good. Let's do all messages. Get my flash on, that helps. Yep, all good. Excellent. Hey, Stephen, how you doing? Happy Mother's Day to you. I know you have to take care of your kids too. But yeah, without our partners, I don't know if we would have done what we did. So, hi everybody, welcome in. Yeah, and this sort of is Turkish. What do they call it? They called it Turkish lapis or lapis lace. It's got that crystallini to it. And we might just do a little piece of it just to see how it comes out. Looks like that piece here on the end will pop off. Well, there you go. That piece just got really small. All right, maybe we're doing the big piece. That piece just cracked right off the top. Wish we could get some of this light down. It's very bright. Let's do that. Hi, Alice. Absolutely. Thanks for saying hi. I appreciate you even saying hi. Everybody's welcome to go in and out whenever they want. If you got to take care of the kids, or the kids are taking care of you for a day, I appreciate any time spent with us. And I know there's a couple of sales going on as well. So if you head over to the sales, I don't blame you at all. I've been watching them for like 3 days. And so it's probably better that I did come on live, because Steven. So I got a really nice piece of fox that we open up, and the Freckle Cat won't be here because she's out with our daughter. So very clean, beautiful color. Gonna shape up at least half of this. Bring that down, maybe leave a little bit of the matrix on there. Yeah, it's a very clean blue. Fox turquoise. And then I had a piece of the, this is gorgeous. I think that's right. Is that right? No, that's not the right piece. Anyway. There's the Alpine Village. Look at the top off of that. So we're going to try and get that one done. I'm going to do this. It may take a little while. It is a stick agate, most likely from Ankara, I think it is, in Turkey. Let's take a quick peek at what that may look like. How about that? So I went to cut it in half. It didn't work. Just for all you newbies out there, or sort of 5 years in, when you're using a tile saw with a very thin blade and you're trying to cut agate, that blade is going to move around quite a bit. But I think if I tried to do it on the bigger saw blade, it would have taken out the middle, and there'd be very, very thin pieces if they didn't all crack off. So actually the way that it turned out, it sort of cut itself into a semi-dome. Like I cut a piece off of here, cut a piece off of here, and then it sort of shaped up into a semi-dome anyway. So that should be good. This is a piece of, I think it's Chiba, but it might not be Chiba. I was just watching one of the sales, and they were calling it something else. And I was going to just do a square block on this, but then I saw the prices they were charging. So I might end up having to cut this one at some point. But that's a Veracite with a lightning bolts in the chert. But I think that might end up being two long pieces. This one I'm excited to do. This is heavy, which I assume means it's got a lot of metal in it. It's from La Verde, Mexico, which I believe is a Sonoran area. Let's see if we can get, there we go. But it's got some really dark greeny blues in there and little pops of metal. So that one could be messy, but should come out really nice. As long as this, see that little line in there? Hopefully that's just like a surface fracture. I think it is, like a skin fracture. So should be good. I don't know if we're getting to the purples. We might have some more purple coming, so we might save that. And I have a really nice piece of sort of wavy jasper. But I'm going to get going on this. I don't know if I'm feeling 100%. Maybe it's because my poor mother, she's in her 80s, and they keep giving her COVID shots. She just had another COVID shot. So I think she's up to like 9 or 10 COVID shots over there. And yeah, it kind of whacks her out every time, which isn't fair. So I think we're going to start. Let's start with, let's do this one. This one's really pretty, so let's start this one. Let's see if I can get something out of that. I'm wondering if I need to try and cut it again, but I don't, yeah. I'm just going to try and get a good shape out of it. All right. I'm praying that the machine works here. We have water, or we have air, which means we have water, which is fantastic. I'm going to get right into this and clean it up some. For sure, so I can smell that. So definitely it's hard. Wondering if we should cut it. Get some extra water in here. So I hope everybody's having a good day. Hope you all called your mothers. I said hi to your mom if they're up above. They're always watching us. Hey 69, how you doing today? More water, that's what we need. What are you doing out here? Hold on, everybody. Sorry about that, but come here. So I had a visitor out here that I wasn't expecting. So nobody's home, so I have both the animals inside, and I left the side door here unlocked but not open. And my 20-pound cat just appeared at my feet and scared the dickens out of me. That was interesting. I'm wondering. So this is my only sort of pit that I'm worried about, this intake pit here. And yeah, I'll tell you, so he's attacked everybody. He's bitten me, he's bitten my daughter, he's bitten my wife, and I mean, he's bitten Freckle Cat pretty hard. He has not beaten up the puppy. We don't know why. And then my daughter was over here to visit and pick up Freckle Cat, and while they were there, the cat got out, and Toby went and jumped all over him, and that cat does nothing. Like his little accomplice in training. I wish I could. I don't know if I should cut this or not. Hi everybody. It's pretty thin. I don't think I'll get a good cut on it, so. So we thought this one was Campitos, but we're pretty sure that it's actually Alpine Village. There's some nice Campitos out there, but not quite like this. Yeah, I could do something like that. It's going to look like a bean right now, isn't it? Bring in the edge a little bit. And do that all the way around. It may just end up with a dip in it. That's okay. Hi everybody, welcome in. Hit that like if you don't mind. And I go live on Sundays and Thursdays. I'm a little late today. Normally I go on Sundays at about 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But I was meant to go to a college baseball game this morning, and it got pushed forward. So it got pushed forward from what we'd planned from noon to 10 in the morning, so none of us were ready. So we didn't end up going. So yeah, most Sundays, even on holidays, I don't get paid for this, so the likes and subscriptions really help me out. They don't pay me anything, but it helps the channel spread. Yeah, like, I don't know if he's just being protective of like me. I think I'm the one he's bitten the least. But then I'm also 10 times as big as he is. My father-in-law came over yesterday too, and he came in the house and the cat was fine, and then he went out of the house and was trying to come back in, and that cat growled at him. It was like a mix between a hiss and a growl. Pretty scary. No, I wish I had some opal like this. Hey Timothy, how you doing today? Yeah, we've had a couple of ambush kitties. He's more of a, I don't know, 1 second he's loving you, then his eyes change to black, and then next thing you know, he bites you and runs away. And it's not out of jest. And he does have his jest, his funny stuff where he just tags you on your ankle as you go by just to remind you, like, keep an eye out. But he lets the puppy eat out of his food. I don't know. We don't understand it. I mean, Toby's cute, but I don't know if he's that cute. Yeah, it's beautiful color. T-Mac, how you doing today? Colon's okay. As long as it passes our moderation and doesn't upset too many people, or it's not religion and it's not politics. But really, any thumbs up, thumbs down, they all, I believe, count similarly to the algorithm. Alright. How are we going to do this? We got that like that. We got the chunk out here. How do we do that? We can bring it in, so we'll lose up that end. We can cut the whole thing through the middle to get 2 stones. Or I might have to fill that in. It's an odd, I don't know yet. So I'm just going to go through the regular process on this, see where it ends up, and then I'll have to make a decision at another time. So let's move over to this next wheel. That's fine, that's going to be fine. It's just that side. Put it in a bit more. I may just have to fill that hole in later once I get this dome done. Let's see what I can do with the dome right here. Good. That's good. I'm not sure and we all say it too, being about growing up fast. Some of us do it without parents in our lead. Some of us have parents that don't have the lead. So growing up isn't too easy, whoever you are, I don't think. I just talked to my mom. My mom was, she'd been widowed for the last 37 years, I think. How long is it? Yeah. No. 35 years. I wasn't super young when my dad died. I still talk to him every day. And sometimes he comes back and talks to me. But they're always around us, so yeah. Hey John, how you doing? Hey John, they've changed your name back. Yeah, definitely not easy. My dad died on the golf course and he sucked at golf. Alright, they're a bit elongated, but still worried about that little piece right there. Still some decisions to be made on this piece. I actually may end up cutting it. So depending on how skilled I'm feeling, I actually may end up cutting this through the middle, but I'd have to back this side first, hoping that this top side will hold together. I think that's as far as I'm going on this one for right now. Beautiful piece, gorgeous color, and I'll decide on the cuts, because even if I get like that one stone on the top there and I lose that little piece on the bottom side, I might be able to get another little stone right here. Really nice stuff though. Alpine Village. It is stabilized. Let's get a quick picture of that one. There we go. Alright, I think we're going to try and see how well this next one cuts. This isn't turquoise, this is stick agate. You could possibly call it saginistic stick agate. See if I can find my flashlight. Turn off a few lights here. Look at the sticks in there. Look at the tubes in there. Look at the left side there. That's pretty neat. So we're going to try and cut this. This is going to be hard stuff. I don't know how quick this is. If it's not quick enough, then we'll move on to something else. And then we're all for that quick satisfaction. But I got to clean this side up. You see when a really bad cut right there. I got to clean that out. A lot to do on this one. Let's see how it goes. Loud stuff here. Let's take a quick picture. And back to some light. Yeah, I did an awful job cutting this yesterday. Wow, that's really bad over there. See how far in I gotta go. Hoping that doesn't go in too far. There's a little saw mark right there. I hope it doesn't go in too far. Hi everybody, welcome in. Sometimes I'll watch on one, but I won't get signed in. But what an opportunity to be buying some of Jeff Hill's stuff today and yesterday. Stuff is streaming, so I apologize. Yeah, I only do. Well, yeah, I mean on YouTube, I only do one. Just do myself. I'm worried about this cut right here. Snap off here in a second. I didn't know it made such a big boo-boo on it either. Okay, so it's starting to get smaller. There it goes. So it just chipped off. And now I can see how, where'd that little piece go? So the end just popped off. And that's okay because I had that saw mark, so I had to go through it anyway. And now I can see how much height I'm going to have and when that cut's going to finish. And that was all me being impatient yesterday. Making sure I'm getting enough water. Yeah, it does. But I've got my, so I'm not going to spend any of the money that I make off of YouTube. Right now, the next check comes in, I think, May 21st, maybe? Or maybe the beginning of June. So that'll be my 2 whole checks, and I'll be like $250 for 6 months. That's not very good, is it? But yeah, if you want to donate up there, please donate. It all helps the machine, the material, all that stuff. If not, just go ahead and do a thumbs up. Maybe do a subscribe on it. That also helps. I know last week last Sunday, we did like 50 subscribers last Sunday. That's amazing. Alright, so my whole concept of having this nice angular side just went poop. Did we do that? I guess we did. I guess we take that out too. So almost done with this live edge up here. I'm going to dome it a little differently than I normally do, so it's going to be a little higher on this end than the sharper end up here. Look at that, it is gone. Alright, so the saw mark's gone. But that now initiates what the rest of my shape's going to be. And I think we're just going to take this in. I want to try and keep that out there a little bit. I do have a mask on. Alright, we are looking good. Good shape. Starting to shape up. I'm going to bring this in a tiny bit here. I think that's what we're doing. Still off a little, isn't it? finishing up. That's a really nice looking, that's looking good. Let's see, you can do that after. So the back's not too bad. It does have a little bit of saw mark on it. Just do a quick clean up on the lens. There we go. Close your eyes. I'm joking, I didn't really do that. It's Mother's Day. That's what Mom used to do to you, right? Spit on a napkin and clean your face. I wouldn't do that to you guys. Alright. Now I'm going to start leveling out the dome so the girdle is the same all the way around the stone. I'm going to have to change wheels soon because this is the 80 grip and it can be a little bit chippy. I think that should be a song, right? It's a little bit chippy. It's a little bit hard. Maybe there is one. But it gets chippy so that impregnated diamond on here starts to chip out at the agate itself. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. So, I'm pressing pretty hard. Taking about a 45 degree on there and turning the stone at the same time. And this actually may end up being the bottom down here. Hi everybody, welcome in. Happy Mother's Day. So we might end up that way. And the dome will end up being a little bit thicker at the bottom. So that could look really nice, couldn't it? Cat's knocked out. Alright, kicking on the dog. He's fine. He's up at the front window waiting for Freckle Cat to get home. Which is usually what I do. Alright. This is looking good. Nice. Yeah, that's nice. See how it's going up here? And we're going to roll this a little bit. Get me singing, I'll lose everybody. Hey everybody, thank you for being here. Happy Mother's Day. Hey Sage, how are you today? Yeah, it would help. Hey Exact, how you doing today? I know some just come in to hear the sounds and see the change in the stone. Figure out like I'm the English Bob Ross of lapidary. Oh, that's a screecher. Alright, we're going to have a bit of a screecher for Steve's favorite move right here. Hey, Storm, how you doing today? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well because if I get through the next week, then I start getting a little bit of time off. All right, this is going to screech a little bit, so please bear with me. And then after this, it gets a little bit less screechy. That is an 80 grit on an agate, so. Getting any major facets that are out. I'm trying to get the girdle. The girdle is that flat side here that goes around the outside. And that's where a jeweler would use bezel wire to fold over. So it does have to be at a slight angle from the, let's see. It needs to be at a slight angle from this bottom corner up to the top of the dome. And that is incorrect right there. You see how that's backwards? So as I go around the stone, it's a bit better there. But right there, that is backwards. So change it up a little. That's getting a bit better. See how it's almost straight now? Now you can see it's gone to the other angle, just slightly. So it went from this to flat to this. And now somebody or myself could just fold over the bezel wire, which will then hug that stone into the setting, and then it won't come out. Hey Star, how are you today? Freckle Cat is out with our daughter. I don't know what they're up to. They're probably at the craft store, is probably where they went. Or they'll end up there. They'll go eat something. And then our national, I think our national local store is called Michael's. And they'll end up wandering around Michael's for an hour or two. So, we're looking pretty good. Looking good that side, and looking good that side. The dome is slightly there. I'm gonna roll down this sharp edge a little bit, and I also have to take this bottom sharp edge off so it doesn't chip. So let's do that on the next wheel. Here we go. I'm just gonna go around this bottom edge real quick. And this is pretty hard stuff, so it's a little more forgiving. If I do that with turquoise, it comes off really quick. And so that should give that bottom corner right there. You see how it's not quite as sharp anymore? Somewhere in there. Where are we? There. It's just slightly rounded, and that stops it from chipping out all the way around. This is looking really nice. Alright. Same thing, let's go through the girdle, get that polished up. I'm pretty happy with the shape now. Make sure the girdle's the same height. That's good, that's good. Some people would, at this point, stop and put a Sharpie to the girdle so that you get the same height with a pen. Makes sense, right? Rather than trying to judge it by eye like I am. pretty good eye at this. And this isn't a commission or anything. This is a fun piece for me and you. Hey Rosebud, how you doing today? Welcome in. Thank you, Rosebud, I appreciate that. Hey 4-star. Doing good, my friend. A little bit of stick agate, but this one happens to be really nice. So this one, so a lot of stick agate you'll get these sticks like this, and they'll either be surrounded by some open space, some druzy, maybe a little quartz cave, but this particular piece, I mean, look at all that saw mark. I gotta get all of that out. It's pretty free of inclusions. And I'm gonna roll. I gotta roll all of that stuff out. I think you just saw that saw mark. All that's gotta come out. And maybe I was a little quick on that last wheel because I didn't want to make it sound too noisy for too long. I open my big mouth and now look, there's a little quartz pocket. Uh-oh, what's that? There's a little, I found myself a little quartz pocket now that I opened my mouth up. Right there. It might come out, it might get bigger. There we go. Almost done. Long stretches on this one. Better come up a lot more on this side. Almost has a face to it, Star, as well. Very pretty. Almost got the saw marks out. You see that one last little one there? And it's still slightly there. So water and light are really good at picking out facets and also saw marks, that kind of stuff. And then when it's dry, it'll show you any like little caverns or inclusions, that kind of stuff that you can't see when it's wet. Alright, how are we going to get that out? Whew. I think I got to go back a wheel just to get this out properly. A little risky. Sorry for the screech. Not often, I would say, wear ear protection, but that was one of those cases. Okay, now let's round it back out again on the next one. So I do some agate and jaspers and petrified woods when we're live. They do take a lot longer. They are a lot harsher on the wheels. Oh, shoot. And so I just have to be more patient. That's why I love doing phosphates and opal. Sort of instant gratification. I think we're ready to try the next wheel. Let's see, do we have any, there's a tiny, teeny bit of a saw mark left. I don't know if you can see that. Everything else is looking pretty good. So we're going to go on to this next wheel, which is a soft wheel. But it's easier to round out the facets on this one because I can push a little bit harder, and as I push, that wheel sort of indents evenly, and that also helps sort of round the cabochon itself. Thank you all for taking the time to be here today. I know, you don't have to be here. I love that you are here. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. Oh, we didn't make it. So it was meant to be at noon our time, and then they pushed it forward to 10 o'clock in the morning, and I live pretty close, but my friends live outside the city here, and so they decided they were not going to go. So we did not go to the game, I guess, due to weather, but it's only just now starting to cloud up, so then it ended up being two reasons I didn't go on at my normal time. One was that there were a couple of sales going on, and so I wanted to take a peek in those. And then it's Mother's Day, so I definitely had to spend time with the family. And we'll do some more of that later on this evening. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, that's my buddy that he has pancreatic cancer. Extremely early on. So the growth is extremely tiny. Everybody's extremely enthusiastic about it, if you can be enthusiastic about something like that. And we're all praying he's going to be all right. Cool, John. Yeah, I looked yesterday. I was hoping for yesterday, but who knows? It'll come when it's time to come. And yeah, I got a few packages coming in this week. So we'll have some new material, or even new material just to look at. And I think we're going to do a solely Sam day, where it's specialty cabin block material. I can get dressed up in some pretty heavy safety gear, because you are dealing with acrylics. And not only they're not hard on the machine, but the acrylic that's coming off almost in a dust, I mean it's a dust in water, can get pretty clammy. and sticky. So depending on which block it is, of course. And alright, I got to do a fix here. See how I'm much higher on that side than that side. I got to do a quick back fix over here. So yeah, we're gonna have a specially cabin block, sand block day is what I'm gonna do. And we'll cut a few different types. Really nice stuff beautiful stuff to cut. Takes a fantastic polish. All right, I'm just gonna bring this down a little bit right here. So I'm going back now because I spotted something, and it's much easier for me to go back now than to wait to the end and try and go back up to that and have to go through all 6 wheels again. And it's really just as easy as doing what I just did, and it's done. And so now, that girdle height right there is the same as the girdle height right there. And that's why people use pens on the side rather than eyeing it up, because then they know for sure. Alright, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I've got one ready, John. And so that's definitely going to be not much talking in that one, other than after sort of before the piece and maybe halfway through the piece and then at the end. And I might actually end up doing it outside. Not that outside necessarily helps with the breathing part of it, but it does help with the cleanup part of it. Like I see everybody with their shops and their genies and their titans, and they're all inside, and I don't know how they do that, because I think I got the same machine and the same dust, and the dust gets out around here for sure. So I hope they have some vacuums and stuff installed in their rooms. Alright, we're almost good on this one. This is looking really nice. Yep, Sharpies. I'm gonna have to do Sharpies as one of my endorsements, John. They're all right here. I was just too lazy to go dry it out and do it. Alright, this is looking good. Let me make sure this tip is done properly. The same that we did on the others, pulling it out from the middle and pulling it up to the tip and then bringing it back to the middle again. And then I start turning the stone, bringing it to the middle of the stone, maybe a little bit over the middle of the stone. And I'm slowly turning it to the top of the dome. The dome is a little bit higher, so it's a slightly different move. And turning it around that far side. This is looking really nice. Look at the wiggle waggle. Let's do a check. Oops, got you guys caught. That's really nice. Hey Joseph, how you doing today? Pretty stone. A little marker right there. I don't know if that's part of the stone there. Oh, thank you, Joseph. Very kind. Yeah, just everybody, I mean, you guys probably know what super chats are, but now you have the rubies up here. And basically, you can go choose things to put into the chat. I think it's like a penny per little ruby. And then from the rubies, I mean, well, from the emojis and different things that images that you put up on the screen, it moves from there, it recognizes you, and then it moves it over to becoming a full ruby. And then once it's a full ruby, then it gets turned into currency via YouTube. And they're changing all the things that you can choose in the library. So they got some really cool stuff coming up. And also, I appreciate it for the recognition I really. And I think officially from Google, I'm up to $230. And that's after taxes and after Google has taken out their part. So YouTube is pretty much a 30% platform. And then you got Uncle Sam, and then it is what it is. I don't mind it too much. You know, if I was going to consign stones, somebody would charge me at least 30%. If I was going to consign anything, so. It sure does, Joseph. And I think you guys get free jewels to give out. Once a week maybe, or once a month. I know if I signed up for memberships, I can give out 10 memberships, I think, a month. Might be a month. So I'm planning on doing that. Keep talking about it, but I'm just going to do that to get it started. Not expecting too many memberships to come in, although I'd absolutely love it, and I'd be honored to have you along. But I'll be able to give some out, and that'll be awesome. He's on daddy duty today, Star. So he is making all the beds, doing all the vacuuming, making dinner for everybody. Arranging all the flowers to put in the kitchen. It's been a busy day. All right, John, will do. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. That all goes to the kitty too, John. And then at the end of the year, we'll see what's in the kitty. Maybe it'll give me, I guess I'd love a new machine. But I have no problem with, working around the ones that I have. I'd love a new machine, but I'd also love like a 10-inch, 12-inch saw, maybe. I think it's time I might need to upgrade on my tile saws and get things a little bit safer. This is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So that's the back. Got one eye peeking. And that is the front. It's a really gorgeous stone. Look at that. Pretty pretty. Let's take a picture. And then we'll get some, let's take off some light. I wonder if I got my, no. I might have the UV light out here somewhere. Turn this off. Here goes. Getting darker, people. And getting darker one more time. Thanks for the flashlight. I wish I had my UV light out here. Here's one. And then that's how it'll be when it's outside, and that's pretty. Gorgeous stone. Thank you, Safa. Thanks for saying hi. I appreciate that too. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, I'm live on Sundays and Thursdays. If you hit the thumbs up, that really helps me. If you hit the subscribe, that truly helps me, and it also helps the channel in the long run. Doesn't cost you guys anything, and the more subscribers I get, the more it gets pushed out. So we're going to do the back here. We'll do that on the flat lap on the end. But yeah, Thursdays at 6 o'clock, Sundays at 2. Really nice. And that's just 3 wheels. Got 3 more to go, plus the, I don't know if we're going to do it with the tin or with the cerium. Alright, next. Next, I might have to put gloves on first. Let's hold off on a second on this one. My hands are wet. So, a piece of La Verde from Mexico. I think it's the Sonoran area. Beautiful green brown. It's going to have a lot of this mossy in it. This is true. Well, normally actually, John, I don't go to the baseball games much. I go to the girls' softball games because I get invited by one of the boosters over there, and then I go to the men's basketball and the ladies' basketball. So it's pretty heavy. Let me get a little sip of something. This one. We had 2-for-1 on Doritos lately. This one's really nice. A little less caffeine for me, but I still get the sugar. That's really good. That is tasty. All right. Called Jarritos. Jarritos. Just a soda pop. Oh, we need more light. Here comes some light. Mind your eyes. A little bit of flash is on. We are good. Let's get a quick picture of this one for a pre-picture. Like that. And here we go. More water. Keeping my mask on this one. I know one day, Star, maybe I'll get some small endorsements or something. I wouldn't mind doing that one. Let's see how dirty this is. If it's really metally and sort of dark black metally, then I'm gonna have to put some gloves on. It is not too bad. But I think for the beginning I need to put some gloves on. So excuse me 1 second. Gotta dry up my hands. It's kind of green. So I think while there we go. While we take off the majority of the material, I dried my hand that way. All right, let's put some gloves on real quick. Hopefully. Maybe. not working very well. Yeah, good. Next time. I do have my gloves and my safety glasses on. Make sure I get lots of water on this one. This is the one that Freckle Cat chose out to do. That's a good idea, son. Yeah, I did pineapple last night, and the lime is not too bad. The fruit punch isn't too bad. I really like the pineapple and the mandarin. Alright, that's gotta come in there. Let's flatten this out. Yeah, it's popped. It's got bubbles in it. Alright, so that may be pretty nice right there. And then we're going to take this side down and see what we've got underneath this side. Because this one still has a little bit of a little cave in there. So let's see what we got on this side. Joseph, thank you for the rubies up there. There we go. Going around. That's gotta go. Right there. Very muddy. Take a look, and we'll decide which side is going to be the top. This is pretty all up here. Hi Tanya, how are you? So Tanya, if you look up above you there, Star is from Lancashire in England. The star below there is Tanya at My Jewelry Addiction, who's absolutely fabulous. She is a California sister that does resale on jewelry, whether it's gold, sterling, costume, antique, a little bit of everything. But she has some roots up there in the Pennines as well. And then Star, as like yourself, she does a lot of outside nature stuff as well. Alright, this is pretty. So we are going to keep, I think, this side. It could be that side, but I think we're sticking with this side. I mean, a lot of work still to be done. So now we can shape it up because I've decided which side we're going. If you don't mind, I'm going to take this over to the end wheel over here real quick. Get my squirty bottle. I'll be right back with you guys. I'm still here. I'm just using the other end of the machine real quick. See if we can flatten out the back a lot quicker. So yeah, Tanya, I got my pieces. They're absolutely beautiful. A bubbler. So I know I used to work for the Marriott, and that was also A&W root beer originally. That's how they started. All right, hopefully that's flat. Let's see how it did. Well, just do a quick. See, it's flat. All right, nice and flat. Awesome. So that little wheel that I got that little wheel lap, sort of vertical lap wheel when I got this motor. A little bit more, and it's a lot easier to try and flatten out a stone than try to flatten it out on these wheels. All right, now we're going to get girdle, same height all the way around. About a 45, so let's see if we can do this. Same height all the way around, 45. Here we go. Oh, Tanya also does some silversmithing, does a little bit of lapidary work. She does it all. She's a grandma, so happy Mother's Day, Tanya and Star. Nice and steady. This is pretty good. Yes, so I don't know if she was from Preston, but she was pretty close to somewhere in there in Lancashire. Bring it in because I see a shape now. You got a nega. That's going to come in just a tiny bit. I don't mind true egg shapes where it's, fatter at the bottom than it is on the top. I don't like tic-tac shapes. Or that shape. Hey, Tog, how you doing? Tog is running around all of YouTube today. There's something a little off about my back still. A little bit there. Right there. just doing sort of something similar to the rock for the brace, the pad platform. Let me do this. Alright. I'm doing like 6 things in my head while I'm doing this stone, so I need to cut that out. No wonder there's water coming out. Uh-oh, we got water, people. We got water. Let me close your eyes. I'm gonna clean you up. That was just me spitting on the camera so that I could get that mess off your cheek there. There you go, you're all cleaned up. That's my motherly duty for the day. So what do they do with this stone? We're going into the, gotta round this out properly. Much higher on this left hand side than the other side. Yeah, I gotta pull that out. Doing fantastic on time. Should be able to get another stone or 2 out of this. Thanks for cheese, yummy. So we would picnic with all the time, so nice and crumbly. And then pickled onions and oatcakes. Still off on my shake, just a tiny bit. I'm just cleaning it up. Still tiny bit. So as I go through the wheels, I start cleaning up the shape of the stone. First wheel I get the general shape. This wheel I pretty much clean it up because I don't want to leave too many facets. And then this next wheel, the third wheel, is the first soft wheel, Nova wheel, and because it's pushy, I can start blending out some of the facets on the top. So by then I'm already, in my brain, I'm already blending, not shaping, even though it says rough shape up there. I think we're going to go on to this next one. So my nephew, he's been playing rugby this year, and he just got a presentation from the team. He's only 16, but he got a presentation from the team, and of all the things to give him, they gave him like a metal tankard. So I was talking to my mom about it. What do you give a 16-year-old rugby player for a present, and you give him a tankard, and then he wants to go use it like the rest of the team? It's still not cleaning up quite as much as I'd like. There we go. So now he's got a beer tankard. At the age of 16. So you see, he's got a little rough edge right there. It doesn't go through. I gotta take some more of this off. I'm a little scared. It's not a crack. It's just a sort of surface fracture, but I want to get that out. Does not go around the side on the back, so I've got to get that out for me to feel comfortable. Let's do that. To do that, I got to bring the girdle down just a tiny bit all the way around the whole stone. So I need to take like 0.5 millimeter to a millimeter off the top of the stone. I hope that makes sense. But if I make changes on one side, I have to do the whole edge. Otherwise you lose symmetry and you lose shape. And if this doesn't disappear, I might have to start from the other side. Pushing pretty hard. There's no point in me getting to the end of this stone and then having it crack in half. I'd rather it did it right now. Thank you, David. Yeah, it's a pretty piece. You know those rugby guys. Plus he's dating the coach's daughter. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Is that a smart move or a bad move? I don't know. I think we got plenty of movies about dating the coach's daughter. But my mum loves her and my mum likes her, so that's all good. Not that she'd say anything, but if she's passed my mum's test, the young lady's doing very well. I'm having to work this stone a lot more than I thought I was going to have to, so that's okay. Alright, let's see how that inclusion on the top stone. Let's have a look. Right? Okay. So it is there very, very slightly. I can only see it because I knew where it was to begin with. Otherwise I probably wouldn't see that. So that's really good. So now let's move back to the third wheel. I'll get this rounded back up. There we go. But by doing that last wheel again, it took a lot of the dome off, so it's going to be a pretty flat stone. Really nice for like a bolo if you wear bolos. I'm not particularly a bolo wearer, but it also worked well in a nice cuff, or even a pendant. Pretty big piece. Great variation in colors. Blues, greens, the brown, sort of orangey red matrix as well. And it's looking good. And it's going round and round the edge just to get the kind of dome that I'm hoping for. This is like rubbing your head and patting your belly at the same time, or patting your head and rubbing your belly at the same time. especially when you're able to do it both ways. Switcheroo, do it from the other side. Alright. Very nice. Let's have a look at that. Look at that, it's pretty. Look at that. I like that. Getting a little bit closer. Yeah, that's pretty nice. So I just got to flatten. Oh, it's pretty flat. I'm pretty flat on the back. It's going to have that little cavernous little cave in there, but that's okay. I will put it. It's a little wonky, tiny bit wonky, but I'm going to put that on the flat lap and flatten that out real nice. So very happy with that. We're doing pretty good. What else have we done today? On that. This. So these are our stones so far today. First one we're going to take another look at, just in case I need to take a saw to it and maybe get a couple of stones out of it. This is the stick agate, probably Ankara, I think it is, from Turkey. Super nice right there. And then the Agate Turquoise from Mexico. Well, pretty contrast on all those too. And I'm just going to wait for a second to get a picture on that one. Then we'll do... I think we'll do... What are we going to do? Maybe we'll try the Lapis. Must be a turkey day today. Come on. 3 more seconds. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Alright. So, what do we want to do here? We can do this. And we can do this. I think we're going to do this. This is the Nakazari without the knuckle. So not much metal in it. Really pretty piece though. Let's get that going. There's a couple of sales going on today. World of Rock Towns Kyle and Lapidary Dave are going on today. And I've got quite a bit of work from stuff from them already. Thank you, David. I really appreciate that. Very kind. Bring that in a tiny bit more. I'm going to leave this one sort of a chunky live edge right there. Maybe it might disappear when I dome it. Right now it's going around the outside. Getting it straight down. I think I need more water. Trying to take care of myself, everybody. There you go. That's a bit better, isn't it? Just keeps the silica from going in my lungs and giving me silicosis. That's the name for it. This one I made dome a little funky, sort of higher on one spot than the rest of the stone. So I've seen a different way of doing this. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to leave it this way. But I could have gone from this way and just kept it all blue. Hi everybody, welcome in. Happy Mother's Day. Say hi in the chat if you're new. Maybe hit that thumbs up for me, that'd be fantastic. What are we, 50, looks like 50 in the house and 48 on the thumbs up. So pretty good, really good. Trying to keep that, I'm going to keep that metal in there, and then this little tower as well. So I might have to airbrush or water spout that out there, clean it some steam up my steamer. Just because it makes it a little bit different. I could do it from outside and it's all pretty much the same. But this side with those two, that sort of little tower of turquoise, and then the, I believe it's pyrite. Not very gold pyrite. Who knows? Oops, there we go. Yeah, let's move over. Alright, 49.49. We are tied. Looking for a winner on the thumbs up side. This should be a winner to me. Almost there. Pull out. I'm pulling out from the middle to the sides, and then I'll pull out from the middle to the corners, hopefully with the same sort of amount of pressure. I'm going to do the corner here, I'm rolling it over. Same thing over here. Alright, actually, let's move over one more, and then I got a question for you guys, actually. I should have done it earlier. I don't know how many of you are lapidarists out there, or rock pounders. Pull it out a little bit. That's better. It's a little too rounded for my liking. looking good. So same thing, let's do the pull out and turn the stone. Oopsie. All the way to the back. So all these wheels won't cut you. I mean, if you leave your hand or your fingers on there long enough, yes, they'll make a mark. So I left this just enough you could turn a bezel over there. Would appreciate if you said hi in the chat. Give it a thumbs up or even subscribe. I go live on Sundays, usually at 2 o'clock. Only been on since 4 o'clock today. And then, oh, where'd that pop out from? That's cool. And then Thursday I go live at 6 o'clock in the evening. That's all Eastern Standard Time in the United States. Have a look at this. What's this? I don't know what that is that popped out up there. But pretty much done with this one. Look at that. Little needles. And talking of needles, so this is probably pyrite. It might be Girdling. I don't know. Hope it's been hot. We'll clean this out. So that is a pretty looking stone. And then I'll show you the one that I'm a little confused on. So I think I have it in the pocket. I do. So this is one we did a couple of weeks, no, last week I think. So actually it's similar now that this one just popped out with that little needly. This was the, no, that's not it. It's tiger eye. Oh, in the other secret pocket. No, that's not it either. That one was pretty though. I did not know that was in my pocket. There we go. I got too many stones in my pockets. That's not good. Alright, so this is the one we're just working on. This is the one I have a little trouble with. So, can you see? Let's go real close. Let's go real close. Look at the flash in that. You would think it was pyrite or hematite. Can you see that? And I'm pretty sure it's not. It's too soft. So it almost flashes on a sheet, like a sheet. Almost like an obsidian has sheets to it. And I don't know what is causing that flash. I'm pretty sure it's not hematite, and I'm pretty sure it's not pyrite. So just in that corner, because this is a pyrite. That one. That's metal. When you get metal, you know it's metal. Like, it's solid. It cuts differently, it polishes differently. And then this. If anybody can help me out. I'm thinking at this point, my guess was gypsum, and then talking with Freckle Cat, we thought maybe it's a mica. So like a mica and chert. But I'd love some feedback on that. And I think we're going to do one more. So we've got, what have we done so far? 5? No, 4. I made it look like we've done 5 because I put that other little one in there. But really we've only done 1, 2, 3, 4, which is still a great session. I think we're going to get 5 though. Let me see what else we've got over here. Could do the fox. I think we're going to try the lapis. So this is a Turkish lace lapis, so it's just got very little lapis in it, basically. But the color on it's like a little more pink. see how hard it is. If it's super hard, we're going to switch. Not super hard. So, let's see if I can get a shape going here. Take off this rough side. Put my mask back on. I see you, little critter. Looks like the ladies may be coming home. Hiya. Alright, almost got a square going, or a rectangle. Gotta plot this side a little bit. Now, I'm going to try and angle it 45 all the way around. Once. Same here. Same again. Kapooey. I only have 2 pieces. They're much softer than I thought. See if I can still make something out of this. Still got that cracked off corner, so it's gonna get mighty small. Thank you for all the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. We hit the 50, so thank you. And I gotta redo this whole top here. Still got the nice line going across it though. So now I've got to redo all the edges. Let's do it. We can do it. Okay. Just gotta get it straight and we'll be good. And again, we'll try that same 45 I just did. And hopefully this time it doesn't break off. With the 45 again. To there. See that 45? And do 45 here. To there. Should be good. And again. Good. Last one. We got the beginnings of a cushion cut going on. Now we're going to go over to the other wheel, especially because it's so soft. And start rounding that top off. So right now I'm going from one side to the other, just rolling it. And then we're going to try and do it from end to end at the same time. Not at the same time, but in the same manner. Good. Now we're going to roll it one end to the other. Alright, something out of nothing. Still, this side is not quite correct. So that's got to come in a little bit there. And it's got to come in a little bit there. And after a while, you start to see angles and things not quite being correct, the symmetry of it. And that's looking pretty good. I'm going to pull it out from the middle to the edge. Same thing here on all four sides. Same thing. Really? You rat-a-tat-tat. I think it broke again. Or it's trying to break again. Yep, it's trying to break again. Hello? Hi. Max may be out here somewhere. I think we have crackage right there. Alright, well, we'll try and pull it out, but I don't think it's going to work. We'll keep going. Yeah, it's cracked. Cracked it out. So make sure your Lapis lace from Turkey doesn't get too wet. Or don't be too aggressive with it when you're on the wheel. Or even stabilize it. I think we have time for maybe one more. I should have taken a better look when it cracked the first time. Yeah. But pretty stone. Not bad. Not great. Alright. What else have I got over here that we can do? Let's do this one because I wanted to clean it up. I've got to go back into the sale. So Lapidary Dave was having a sale earlier. I don't know if they're still on. They may be. If you do go over there, please say hi and say Sir RocksAlot sent you over. But they're selling all kinds of stuff from, I believe, Jeff Hill, and they are up in Oregon. But they were just showing some Veracite very similar to this. And I was gonna just sort of four-side this. And I thought about putting a little hook drilled into the top. which I still may do. So what I'm going to do for this one right now is pull down this side, see if there's any of the lightning Veracite there, and then we'll make a different decision on that at a later time. It was not Chiba, it's not Broken Arrow, maybe Prince? So this is chert that I'm grinding into here, dark chert. I'm just going to take the skin off here. Hopefully without it breaking. It's got little peaks of green in it. Little tiny pieces. So now that I'm doing this, I should probably be doing this on the flat lap. So we're going to get this started and then I'll finish it up on the flat lap. It is not easy to get flat surfaces on such a long stone when you're dealing on a rounded wheel. Some can do it, some are very talented. To the other side. See if we got any color from this side. Not really. Just dirt. A little bit of color. Little streaks. Okay, I think that's good on that. So really it just faces from two sides. And there's a tiny little bit in there, you know, these tiny little veins that are very small. So really just facing from that side. That doesn't go all the way through. It probably just goes through from here to here. And there is a little bit coming through there. So I was wondering if maybe if I did this. Something like that. Just squaring it off and then drilling a tiny little hole in there. We'll come down a little bit more on the sides on the flat lap and maybe even leaving it rough like that and just having a dangle pendant like that where it just holds like that and then swings freely like that. Just an idea. This looks pretty solid up here. Okay. One more. What are we at? 56. Good. We can do one more. What's going to be not easy, but prepared. do this other piece on there. Sorry, I'm looking at the stones I have here and deciding what we can do pretty quick. Oh, we can do that. Alright, we'll do the other piece of kingdom. Needs to be done, so let's do it. There we go. Good. Alright, gotta put my mask back on for this one for sure. Do that. Alright, we are going... Yeah, I'm gonna go... I don't know what happened with my chat there for a second. Hey Jeremy, how you doing? Jed, still here. Thank you all guys. Sorry, the chat stopped on my end for some reason. Yeah, we could do that. So I want it to be something that's enough, you know. You know, if there was enough members, if I had, 50 members, then I could do a piece a month that I would gift out. But I think it would take a little while to get to that point. Okay, what am I gonna shape this? I gotta think about this, sorry. I think, well, we just did a couple pieces, so let's see if I can do it. I think this is, yeah. Alright, so yeah. And really, I just want to open it up because I get 10 free memberships a month to give out, and I'd just like to give back to you guys. That's also what it's about. Okay, I thought this was going to cushion out, but it's not. This corner's not thick enough. So, yeah, changing shape. So yeah, I was thinking about putting like $3 or $4 for a membership, which would be, what is that, $30, $40 a year. I don't know if that's too much, too little. They advise you to start them at like $7.99, and I just can't do that. We're not big money people. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting my necklaces from Hannah. This is probably Monday. I think Monday. just going to rough this out. I almost want to cut this one again too. Dang it. Did you? Speedy. I watch some Tom and Jerry from time to time, but I haven't watched Speedy in a while. We're just going to do a rough shape on this one, I think. It's not looking bad, it's looking pretty good. I'm going to roll over this top. Hoping this cut is hiding something really nice underneath it. We'll see. Getting that spinner. Almost to the point I could have cut it. So that's just going. Take a peek. Hey Candy, how you doing today? Hope you had a wonderful weekend with your newlywed and the rest of the family. You're looking good. A lot of extra blue on this one, which is nice. Let's move over one. Just get a couple of pieces of that silver. Jed, you let me know if you ever come across that turquoise with the gold in it. I'd love to get a piece just for myself. This one is wearing me down. So I think it's time for me to get a couple of extra wheels. But these wheels are now up to like $200 each. So I know we've discussed, I've discussed about whether to get another Genie or a Cab King. Well, you can get the Cab King for like $1,500, and I can get the Genie for about $2,600 to $2,800. The $2,800 comes with all the wheels, all 6 wheels, Diamond Pacific. Most suggest changing up your Cab King wheels to Diamond Pacific. So you're talking 2, 4, you're looking at, $800 almost for the 6 wheels, $750. So at $750 on top of your $1,500, you're looking at $2,400 anyway. So then you have to decide which one has the better motor, better customer service, all that kind of stuff. I'm really looking forward to, I'm hoping they still come out with it, that the Diamond Pacific come out with a separate pump. I'm thinking of putting a pump not on the all-door motor, but actually separate that plugs in and just pumps. That would be really handy. Oh, I guess I popped out alive. Alright everybody, I think. I'm not really happy with this shape yet. But I need to take another look at it anyway. So let's go over to here. Just going to do a quick 280. It's a very nice piece. Smoky King. So the green in it is actually part of the stabilization. Some of it is natural stone or matrix mixed in with the stabilization, and the blue is the natural blue from the turquoise. Nice there. Get that bottom corner. My actual shape isn't quite like what I like, but it's almost there. So I'm going to do this top real quick, and then I will take another look at it probably tonight and see what I need to do to really fix it up. So still got one little crevice right there. A little bit tick-tacky for me, but I'll accept it. Yeah, I've had good and bad, Jed, with them. I've done. So the pump that I got for this machine from them, I don't think was an original Diamond Pacific pump. I think it was a knockoff, but that's just me saying that. I didn't say which company it was. So As with any company, it's a mixed bag. Sometimes you do well, sometimes you don't do as well. And I think they're probably better at some things than other companies, whereas other companies are better at different parts of the lapidary business. Like I like Suva, I like Cutting Edge, I like some stuff in Kingsley North, I like Diamond Pacific. I haven't had much experience with Highland yet, although I would like to get one of their stores. Alright, this is good for right now. I mean, I got 3 more wheels to go, so. Pretty happy with that one. Alright, let's get that turned off. Let's take a peek at what we did for the day. What did we do? That's nice. Let me come over here a little bit. Into the mess. Did that one. Tried doing that one. Did that one. And did that one. So not bad. This one we got to look at again as well. This was the Alpine Village. I think I'm going to chop it in 2. And get a little stone down this end. And that being the big stone. But these are just pre-shapes. Please understand that. These are not finished shapes. Same thing with the Kingman, pre-shape. 3 wheels to go. This was the Nekazari without much Nekazari. Or Nako. Pretty piece. Got that little tower coming out there. A little bit more metal over that side. And some pins, needles up the top there. So that's pretty. This was really nice. This is the La Verde from Mexico. Deep, deep, dark greeny blue. Fun, fun, fun. Stick agate. Turkey. Beautiful piece. Beautiful, beautiful piece. And we tried doing the little lapis, lace lapis, but it didn't work out too well. It's got that crack going across it. And this one we will finish up another time. That's just a piece of Veracite. I might turn that one into a dangler. So a quick picture on all of them. Doot, doot. Oh. My fingers have turned to raisins. Okay. How's that? Pretty good session, really. So I really love that you guys came in today. Happy Mother's Day to you or your family members. Come back and visit again. We'll be open for live on Thursday, probably about 6 o'clock in the evening, and then the next Sunday at 2 o'clock. I will be putting out some shorts during the week. I might even get on the wheels this week. We'll see. Coming up some time off, so I might get on a little more often. Hit that subscribe button for notifications. If you wouldn't mind hitting the thumbs up on the way out too, that surely, surely helps. And you guys help me, so thank you. Really appreciate the support and the rubies up in the top. Thank you for the chat and keeping it nice and polite. All right. Thank you all. Head over to Dave's sale with Jeff Hill if you can. If you do pop in, say hi and say Sir RocksAlot sent you over. Should be a good rest of the sale. All right. Thank you. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Cheers now. Bye, everybody.